Today we are talking about the Fortune Gems series from Jilly Games, specifically the differences between Fortune Gems, Fortune Gems 2, and Fortune Gems 3, because this is one of the most played slot franchises in online casinos right now, and the three versions are not as similar as their names suggest. Most players pick one based on what their casino happens to show first, without understanding how the mechanics actually differ between them. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what changed between each version, what those changes mean for your real session experience, which version has the best RTP and max win, and which one to choose depending on how you like to play. Let us start with what all three games share, because the foundation is the same across the entire franchise. Every version runs on a compact 3x3 grid with 5 fixed pay lines. Every version targets a 97% RTP, which is significantly above the industry average and is one of the main reasons the Fortune Gems games have become so popular. Every version features gemstone symbols, diamonds, rubies, emeralds, sapphires, as the core payable, with the higher value gems paying out more per matching combination. And every version uses a fast spin format designed for mobile play, with no extended bonus rounds or cascading sequences. The round resolves in seconds. The difference between the three versions comes down to a single question: what sits in that fourth column to the right of the main 3x3 grid, and what does it do? Fortune Gems, the original, is built around the special reel. This fourth reel sits alongside the main grid and spins on every paid spin simultaneously with the three standard reels. When the reels stop, whatever lands in the center row of the special reel is applied directly to every valid winning combination on the main grid. The multiplier values available on the original special reel run from 1 times through to 15 times, and the 6 tiers are 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, and 15 times. Lower multipliers land more frequently, higher ones less so. The 15 times multiplier is the rarest, and when it coincides with a strong main grid combination, it produces the largest single spin payouts the game is capable of. The original Fortune Gems has low to medium volatility. It produces frequent smaller wins from the base multiplier tiers and occasional larger results when the higher multipliers land on a good combination. Fortune Gems 2 makes a substantial change to that fourth column. Jilly replaced the fixed multiplier special reel with a bonus wheel. When the bonus wheel activates, which it does with a frequency set by the game engine rather than on every spin, it spins and lands on one of several possible outcomes, which include instant cash payouts, multipliers of up to 10 times, and respins. The respins triggered by the bonus wheel give you an additional spin of the main grid with the bonus wheel outcome already locked in, meaning a respin landing on a premium main grid combination can compound into a meaningful payout. The key structural difference from the original is that Fortune Gems 2 introduces variance into the fourth column that the original does not have. In Fortune Gems, you always get a multiplier on every spin. The question is only which tier it lands on. In Fortune Gems 2, the bonus wheel does not fire on every spin. Some spins receive no bonus wheel contribution at all, and others receive a significantly larger payout through the instant cash outcomes or a fortuitous respin. This makes Fortune Gems 2 a higher variance experience than the original, despite both games carrying the same 97% RTP. Fortune Gems 3 represents Jilly returning to the special reel structure of the original while adding a new layer of mechanics that pushes the max win above both previous versions. The special reel comes back, the same 1 times to 15 times multiplier range applied on every spin. But Fortune Gems 3 adds the split symbol mechanic on top of it. Split symbols are regular pay table symbols that appear divided into 2 or 3 sections rather than appearing as a single whole symbol. When a winning combination includes split symbols, those symbols contribute a multiplied payout. A symbol split into 2 pays double its face value, and a symbol split into 3 pays triple. When multiple split symbols appear in the same winning combination, and the special reel is simultaneously showing a high multiplier, the two systems interact to produce payouts that neither mechanic could reach alone. The maximum win on Fortune Gems 3 is 10,125 times your bet, marginally higher than Fortune Gems 2 and the highest ceiling in the franchise. The volatility on Fortune Gems 3 is classified as medium, sitting between the low-medium original and the higher variance Fortune Gems 2. Now, let us talk about what these differences actually mean when you are sitting down to play. If you are a player who values session stability and wants a game that will return frequent small wins to keep your balance alive between bigger outcomes, Fortune Gems Original is the clearest choice. The special reel fires on every spin, you always receive some level of multiplier amplification, and the low-medium volatility means the bankroll drawdowns between wins are manageable. The trade-off is that the max win ceiling is lower, and the session will not produce the dramatic swings that Fortune Gems 2 and 3 are capable of. If you are a player who is comfortable with higher variance and wants the genuine possibility of a 10,000 times payout, Fortune Gems 2 is worth understanding before you dismiss it as simply a sequel. The bonus wheel structure means there are spins where nothing from the fourth column contributes, which can feel unrewarding in the short term, but the upside when the bonus wheel fires a large outcome is structurally different from anything the multiplier reel can produce. The instant cash payouts in particular can land independently of the main grid combination, which means you can receive a significant bonus wheel contribution even on a spin where the main grid has not produced a strong line combination. If you are a player who wants the highest max win in the franchise, combined with a mechanic design that layers multiplier sources, special reel plus split symbols simultaneously, Fortune Gems 3 is the optimal choice. The 10,125 times ceiling is the highest the series has offered, and the split symbol interaction with the special reel creates moments where a single spin delivers an outcome that neither mechanic in isolation would have produced. The medium volatility positioning means it sits between the stability of the original and the higher swings of Fortune Gems 2, which makes it a reasonable choice for players who want upside without fully committing to Fortune Gems 2's variance profile. There is one important point that applies to all three versions and that many players overlook. The 97% RTP is the published figure, but the actual RTP active at any given casino depends on the specific configuration that operator has selected. Geely, like most providers, offers casinos the ability to run different RTP configurations for their games. Before you play any version of Fortune Gems for real money, check the game's information panel or pay table on the specific platform you are using to confirm which RTP is active. If the figure shown is meaningfully below 97%, you are on a lower configured version, and the house edge is wider than what the headline figure suggests. To give you a direct comparison, Fortune Gems Original, 97% RTP, low-medium volatility, special reel multipliers 1 times to 15 times on every spin, lower max win ceiling, best suited to stable session play. Fortune Gems 2, 97% RTP, higher variance, bonus wheel replacing the fixed special reel, multipliers up to 10 times plus instant cash payouts plus respins, wilds present, maximum win 10,000 times, best suited to players who want variance and a shot at the higher ceiling. Fortune Gems 3, 97% RTP, medium volatility, special reel returns with multipliers 1 times to 15 times on every spin. Split symbol mechanic adds an additional multiplier layer, maximum win 10,125 times, best suited to players who want the franchise's highest ceiling with a more structured mechanic design than Fortune Gems 2. The question of which one to play is genuinely answered by your volatility preference rather than by any meaningful difference in theoretical return, since all three games sit at 97%. If you want stability, play the original. If you want the highest variance and the most unpredictable session shape, play Fortune Gems 2. If you want the best balance of structured multiplier mechanics and maximum upside, Fortune Gems 3 is the pick. If you found this useful, subscribe and hit the bell. We post explainers like this every week. Drop a comment below telling us which version of Fortune Gems is your go-to and whether you prefer the special reel or the bonus wheel format. And if you want to see how Fortune Gems 3 compares to the rest of the Geely catalog in terms of RTP and max win potential, that video is right here.